Another sign of a decent motor. No sludge, no metal shavings. Just normal dirty oil. No coolant. The oil pan's a little dented up because it fell off of the engine hoist whenever I was in the junkyard. Fell from about a foot in the air straight down on top of the oil pan into some gravel. That's why it's got some dents in it, but I'm going to use a different oil pan anyway. So one more sign that I've got a good motor. Now we'll flip it over, take the pistons and stuff out. So those two bolts right there hold down the oil pan to the pickup tube. One more right there. And then it's bolted to the oil pump. So gotta take the pickup tube out first, which looks like it got mangled. Dadgummit. Looks like that's one more thing I'll have to pull off the old motor or get a new one. So we're gonna take those out. We'll go from there. O-ring and pickup tube, which we'll get a new one, but just know it's in good shape too. For $160,000. That oil pump should come off. No, I got one more bolt. Yep, oil pump come on. For reference, I don't want to forget, this is the short one for the pickup tube, and then there's the two long ones that go for the pickup tube. Learn from my mistakes. Take your flex plate off before you put it on the engine stand. Take it off when you got it on the engine hoist, which I should have just taken my air impact and zipped it off real quick. This is going to be a challenge. Okay, so I ended up having to get the engine hoist out to get the flex plate off. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. So now, time to take out the cylinders, or I'm sorry, the pistons. Okay, bigger wrench. Man, these bearings are in really good shape. And I just dropped it. Dang it. These rod bearings are in really good shape. This one looks like there's a little hot spot right there. But boy, they look like they're in really good shape. The journal is perfectly smooth. Nothing with my fingernail. It looks like I found some junkyard gold right here. Let's keep disassembling, see what we find. I just found a bad bearing. If that first one wasn't bad enough, so this one's got a little cooked spot on it. So it looks like I'm going to be replacing bearings. But if you'll notice, it tells you which bearing you need right there. It's got standard stamped into it. So looks like I'll be getting another set of rod bearings and crank bearings. Apparently I wasn't recording when I thought I was recording. So this side has two 10mm bolts around the bed plate. This side has three 10mm bolts around the bed plate. And then we've got four 13mm bolts on this side. And we've got two on this side. So for whatever reason, this side over here must not get as much force or something. But so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got 1, 2 on the outside of the bed plate. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inside, 1, 2 on the inside. So a little bit weird. Correction. There are 3 10mm bolts on this side as well. They're offset, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. This one looked like a 13mm because of all the dirt on it. But it is definitely 10mm. And it requires either a deep barrel or an extension to get to it. I bet this has something to do with the firing order, but here's an external, the 10mm bolt heads. Here's an external 13mm bolt head. Here's an internal 13mm bolt head. So they're kind of offset. I wonder if that has to do with the firing order, like maybe the back ones fire on this side and the front ones fire on this side, something like that. I don't know, but there is a difference. The internal bed plate bolts are longer. All right, now as far as I can tell, I have all of the bed plate bolts out. Now, gotta find a place to pop it up. See if this will work. Let me get my big pry bar. Oh, it's coming slowly. Try to be gentle so I don't scar the crankshaft journal. Another little point pry right there. Alright, looks like we're golden there. Bearings are not in terrible shape. Oh, and I ran out of bench space. Not right there. That'll work for a second. There's a thrust washer. Man, these things are beautiful. A lot of darn thing on there. Nothing I can hang my fingernail on or anything. I will say the crank bearings look a little cooked. Just a little bit. There's one little spot I can hang my fingernail. They're not terrible, but I am going to go ahead and replace them. Alright, now I'm going to clean off some more workbench space so I can put the bed plate and the crankshaft up here. And then we'll go to work cleaning the block, getting it prepped for paint. We'll do some measurements so that I know what size cylinders I've got, whether I need to have them bored, or we'll go from there.